my name is Aneta, and welcome to the episode 3 of the podcast Coffee and Talk. This episode is special because of two reasons. One, it is the first episode of Coffee and Talk, which is in English. So I've never done a podcast in English, and because some of my friends from the UK suggested this idea and also said that we would like to listen to your podcast as well, so why don't you do it in English? And then I was thinking about this, and then I thought, why not? So thank you, my friends. Here is your episode of Coffee and Talk in English, so I hope you will enjoy it. And the second reason why this episode is special, it is because the subject of today is very emotional for me, and it's special for me. And it might be special for you as well. You might find yourself in this subject as well. We're gonna talk today about the reality of being a foreigner in London, or how it is like to move to another country and live there. And as you might already know, we start every episode of Coffee and Talk with tarot cards because I like these cards. They kind of inspire me, and at the same time they're a very good guidance in life, and also they're very motivational. So today we're gonna see what the cards wanna tell us. The card of today is King of Pentacles, which looks like a very strong figure, and actually I think it's connected with money. Let's see what the book tells us. So the King of Pentacles is about being practical, courteous, charitable, trustworthy, stability, business, and result. As a person, this king indicates a practical, helpful, and charitable person who is a true gentleman. He enjoys the finer things in life and likes to share his pleasures with others. He is respected and trusted. In a reading, it indicates a great business opportunity, stability, and the time to see the result of all your hard work. I would like to say that actually I find myself in this card today because I am doing something which is hard work for me, and I'm actually doing something which I really like, and I hope that that person will enjoy the result and that person will appreciate my hard work. I have never done this before, but probably it is time to do so. I really like what I'm doing here, and I hope you really enjoy my podcast. And because I would like you to support me, and if you want to support me, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends if you want so, and tell me in the comments how do you find to live in London, or how do you find to live in the country which you moved to. I have my notebook here with me today where I have written some of my ideas, so in case I'm looking down, you know what I'm looking. So to be honest, I have never thought that I will move to another country because I love my country, Moldova. I grew up in there, and I was always thinking that I'm gonna live there and enjoy my life there, and I always thought that even in a poor country you can become someone successful. And I was on my path to success. I was working as a journalist, and I really enjoyed my job, but I fell in love, and I have moved to London with that person who I call today my husband. So I live in London already for 3 years, and I got used to it. And in the previous episode of my podcast, I have talked about the reality of living here, which is not as you might see in movies. It is very different, and probably people who moved here, they do understand what it is like to live here. I like London. I like its streets, its people, its building, its coffee shops, its nature, which is always green, and I love that. There are different things which cannot help when you want to say that London is your home. In London, I discovered a different part of myself, and I understood how much a different country or a different city changes you as a personality. And today I'm going to talk about this, and I'll tell you 3 things that London or the United Kingdom changed in me. First thing that UK changed in me is the most painful one. When you are far from someone you love, only then you understand how much you love them. It's also the same when you are losing someone you love, only then you understand how much you love them and how much you treasure them. This happened to me when I moved to London. I realized how much I miss my family, and how much they actually mean to me. They mean the world to me, and I do love them so much. Hi mom, hi dad, hi my sister, hi my nephew, hi my brother-in-law. Hello to everyone I love. Even if I call my mom and my parents daily, and even if we talk a lot through the phone, through messenger, through different video calls, I still miss them, and it's very different when you talk through the phone and while you live with them. Before moving to London, I was not really using the word I love you that much. It was rare. But now, after I realized how much I love them, I'm using this word every time. I never end a call with my mom without saying these three words: I love you. And I hope that these words and many other words which I tell them and many other things which I'm trying to do them even if I'm far away, I hope that this is helping them, and I hope that this doesn't make them feel my absence. So, yeah. Second thing that UK changed in me after moving here is that I can't look at Moldova, my home country, the same again. And this is because I am not sure where is my home now. Because I live in London most of the time, and I do feel like home here, but at some point I'm a foreigner, I'm a stranger here. And when I'm moving back to my home country, usually it's twice a year or once a year, I still feel like I don't belong there as well. I'm like visiting my parents, I'm not going back to my house. But deep down in my heart, I know that there is my home, that I love my family, that I miss my house, my grandparents, my relatives. I do miss my 7 cats and 3 dogs and some of my chicken, because I live in a countryside and I love countryside. And to be honest, I realized this only after moving to London. After moving to a city like this, I realized that I miss a garden, I miss the forest that I have behind my house, I miss like big trees, I miss the silence. Silence, you can really find it in London. I had a lot of silence back home, and only now I realized how much I miss that and how much I would love to go there as many times as I want. But when I go back to Moldova, I realize that many things have changed, and I did not see those changes happening. I see just the final result. For example, my nephew, who is almost 5, grew up a little bit, he is taller, my house got renovated, my mom and dad got new wrinkles. Even the capital of my country, Chisinau, has changed a lot, and we have new streets, we have new parks, we have new coffee shops, we have new monuments. This makes me happy, but at the same time makes me feel like I'm a stranger there as well, because things just happened and I was not there to see them. It feels like home, but not so homey. So sometimes I'm not sure where my home is. And the third thing that London or the United Kingdom changed in me is my attitude or my personality. I was always a very energetic person, I was always happy, optimistic, I was always a warrior, I was always busy, involved in many activities. But after a while, when I moved here, I lost myself. I lost all of this. London drained the energy out of me. I wanted to continue my career in journalism here in the UK, but it did not happen. Even if I applied to thousands of jobs, no one accepted me. Probably no one wants a foreigner with a foreigner bachelor's degree in journalism, with a foreigner accent from a foreign country. And it makes me sad because I had to change my career here. I had to try many different jobs which I didn't like. And also I went through a burnout because of a job. And this just made my life worse. So probably everyone who moves to London, at one point they realize that they will have to change. They'll have to change their behavior, their hobbies, their attitudes, their jobs, their careers, because it is not so easy to be a foreigner here, to come and just continue life. You start all over again. You are born again, but in a different country, and you have to get used to that, and you know nothing about that country, because it is very different from what you learn from a book. and it's very different from their reality. As I told you, after that job which burned me out, I decided to stop. Now I live a slower life, and as I told you before, I really missed my garden, I really miss my family and my silence. So now I spend my time mostly at home in my silence. I have a little garden, I have different pots, and I just plant my flowers, I water them, I take care of them. They give me happiness, and I give them care, and this makes me happy. It reminds me of the garden which I have back home in Moldova. Now I have a job which I really enjoy, and hopefully it's gonna last because I really like it and I do put a lot of my heart in it. And I don't know where it's gonna take me, but it's very important that I do enjoy the process of it. And now I can finally enjoy my slow mornings with a cup of coffee while I sit on the front door porch watching the sun, the leaves, the clouds, with my cat Kiki, who is sleeping right there in a plastic bag. Don't worry, she is safe because I watch her. I have lost all that energy, and London changed me a lot. And I don't know where is that Aneta who was full of courage and power. The new Aneta is quieter. She is a bit of an introvert, even if she was an extrovert before. She is different now. She's slower, she likes peace. She doesn't like a busy life. She's also more scared of different things, to try new things, to go new places. And yeah, she's not as she used to be. And also, sadly, but in London I have got depression and an anxiety, and it's very difficult to get for them. But I'm working on this. I'm trying my best because life is difficult, but it matters the way you look at it. And if you look at it with depression, you wouldn't enjoy it. But if you have a more optimistic point of view, you'll get better. Trust me. In London, I grew older, wiser, and stronger. And this is what a foreign country does to you. And if you found yourself in my words, and if you think that this situation is similar to yours, then I have to say that I'm sorry. I know, you're getting through a very difficult period of your life, and you have to fight. Fight for your dreams, fight for your job, fight for your future, fight for everything you do. But also, I want to congratulate you because, look, you are wiser, you are smarter, you moved to a different country, you got out of your comfort zone, and you're trying new things, and this is a very big achievement. I know, because I'm also getting for this, and I know what you feel. Yes, life is a funny thing sometimes. It gives you exactly what you never thought that you're gonna do or never thought that you're gonna have. For example, I never thought that I will move to London, and look, I'm living here 3 years and still going. But at one point, I am thankful for this. I'm thankful for all my experience from this life. They all have a purpose, and everything that happens for a purpose, for a reason. And now, to be honest, even if I'm getting through many things which I never thought I'll be going through, now I am a bit stronger, a bit wiser. Maybe still a little bit of an introvert, but I'm gonna find my path, and I'm gonna be okay. We're now at the end of the episode 3 of Coffee and Talk podcast. I hope you really enjoyed it because I do enjoy making this. And if you enjoy, please let me know in the comments. Also, like, share this video with your friends. Maybe you have someone who has the same situation. And also, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, because I'm doing also vlogs, fashion videos, and as well I am doing the podcast Coffee and Talk. Also, I want to finish this podcast with a quote which I saw once in the Reels on Instagram. Someone was saying that the bravest and the most courageous thing that you can do in your life is to move to another country. And I would agree with this because it is one of the most bravest things that anyone can do. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you enjoyed this time and maybe you learned something new or maybe got a little bit of motivation. See you in the next episode of Coffee and Talk, more positive, more optimistic, and maybe with new achievements. Bye and see you soon!